I suck at drawing. After more than 15 years working as a professional artist, drawing was still my biggest weakness, until about a year ago. Today I'm showing you exactly how I made more progress in the last 12 months than in my entire career before that. And with AI tools everywhere these days, this is the perfect time to level up those fundamental skills and stay creatively dangerous, so even AI is afraid of you. If you're like me and feel that little wave of anxiety every time you face a blank page or start learning something new, here is a real trick. Lower the bar. Set it so low it's basically on the floor. Remove the friction to build a solid habit. Here's what I started doing. Open a blank document and just scribble. Lines, circles, wonky shapes, whatever falls out of your hand. I find drawing simple geometry easy, and it feels almost automatic after a while. It warms up your hand, sharpens coordination, and most importantly, smashes through that mental barrier. A few minutes in, and you'll often naturally ease into drawing something real. But if not, no big deal. Don't expect anything fancy at first. Just focus on making those shapes look a tiny bit better and getting more confident with every stroke. That's improvement in its own right. I do this all the time as a warm-up, just filling the entire canvas with shapes and lines. Occasionally I'll sneak in a random face, an eye or something like that just to keep it fun. Speaking of removing friction, your tools matter more than you think. If you missed my last video, I'm drawing on a Huion Kamvas Pro 24 Gen 3 display tablet. It's been a month since Huion sent it over to me, and so far I'm absolutely loving it. The killer advantage with display tablets: instant feedback. You draw and see it right there, exactly like paper. No guessing when your lines are landing like with screenless tablets. This makes your warm-ups and practice even more effective. I've been on 24 Pro series since 2020, and this new version feels even better. Check the link in the description if you are thinking of getting one for yourself. Quick honest opinion though. In my monitor arm setup, the top cables stick out and get a bit bent when I move the tablet around. On my 2020 model the cables were on the side, and it felt like they took less stress when I moved the tablet back and forth. Minor thing, but worth mentioning. Also, I actually 3D printed this custom pen holder and taped it right to the side. Now I always have quick access to my pen. The included pen stand is fine, but I hate having to reach for it or hunt down the pen rolling around my desk. It's a tiny upgrade, but it makes the drawing experience so much smoother. Again, less friction. Next up, drawing from reference. Just like before, kill the friction and make it fun. The golden rule: pick the references that actually serve your goals. If you're aiming to be a concept artist, put your energy into standing pose and design work. You don't need to grind those super artistic, ultra dynamic poses that look cool on Instagram, but don't teach you what you actually need. You get the idea. Focus on what's relevant to your career path first and expand your skill set later when you feel ready. You can easily start by tracing to memorize the proportions, basic shapes, and artistic choices. As long as you're honest about it and don't post the tracings as your own original work, it is a fantastic learning tool. Once you're confident enough to do studies on the side, go for it. For me, it's genuinely fun studying artists I love or sketching poses specific to my personal projects. I often use my own simplified mannequin model for this. Here is a real secret. Simplification is everything. Don't chase every tiny line in detail. Look for the structure underneath. There are tons of ways to simplify the body. You don't need to master every single method. Pick one approach that clicks and stick with it long enough to get good. I usually use the models from the taco books. I absolutely love the style and simplicity. I'll put some affiliate links in the description if you want to check them out. This is where things get really exciting and where simplification pays off big time. Animated studies. Grab some footage you want to study and draw it in motion. You can do pose to pose and fill in your own in-betweens from imagination, or go full follow-through style and study the whole thing. I genuinely believe animated studies are more valuable than static drawings, even if you are not an animator. They teach body mechanics, balance, weight shift, and the intent behind the movement. It's more demanding, but the payoff is massive. Having a character in motion also helps you understand the underlying 3D structure, so you can stay consistent. It's way easier to spot a messed up volume on a moving character than on a static image. Instead of random independent sketches, try doing a full turnaround animation of whatever you are studying. You'll learn consistency like crazy. For great animation references, YouTube has plenty. But here is a cool exercise I love. Make your own 3D reference. Animate a 3D mannequin in Blender, or open up Cascadeur for a quick AI-powered animation base to study from different angles. Seeing the forms move and rotate in 3D space, it clicks so much faster. Highly recommend giving it a shot. In the end, all of this only matters if you take what you've learned and apply it to your own projects. Remember, learning is a long game. Small, consistent steps over months and years accumulate into real expertise. Those daily warm-ups and studies compound. So lower that bar, grab your tools, and start scribbling today to build that habit. Your future self will thank you. If you want to see me using 3D and applying my knowledge to create a 2D animation, check this video next. Once again, thanks to Huion for sending me this tablet. See you in the next one.